Here's hoping we kill Bigfoot on the way home, huh?
I'm picking up good vibration.
Welcome back. Today is an interesting episode. If you've got kids, they might be nearby and they're listening. Maybe cover their little ears and eyes, because this we're going to talk about is the death of a unicorn. And before we get into this brand new movie that just came out, I want to welcome you in on another episode of the Critics Collective. It is not just me. It is not just Mayte, but it's also Manny. Manny's here. Now, Manny's here. We didn't know if he's going to make it because he's got some people looking for him. He got some people looking for him. If you didn't check, we did a woman in the front yard, a woman in the yard, and Manny said some stuff. What did he say? You got to go back and listen. Okay. Then we did Electric State. What did Manny say? You got to go back and listen. And then we did Wolf Rain, where there was kids involved. You want to know what he said? Go back and watch those reviews and you'll have an understanding, and then come back here. Now, before we get into A Death of a Unicorn, okay, this is a rated R movie. That's why I said, let the kiddies know not to watch this, but we won't spoil anything. But before we get into it and we step in unicorn poop, I just want to say, hit the subscribe button, like, follow, share, all that stuff. Put in the comments, do you think there's glitter in unicorn poop? Yes or no? Just a simple yes or no. Y and N, just put that in there. And some of us want to know what you think it would look like. Now, what does IMDb look like for the description of this? Let's take a look. It says a father-daughter duo, Elliott and Ridley, hit a unicorn with their car and bring it to the wilderness retreat of a mega wealthy pharmaceutical CEO. I had no idea what this is about at all. So with that being said, we're going to go into first impressions. Now, for this review, I did not see this movie, but my first impression was I didn't know this shit was rated R. I thought it was something cute and cuddly, and I didn't understand why death was in there at all. And I'm just seeing the trailer post that looks like rom-com with Jurassic Park. So, Mayte, what's your first impression of Death of a Unicorn?
I just thought it was gonna be funny. I didn't think it was gonna have like any gore elements to it, but I mean, it has a little bit of gore. But yeah, I thought it was just gonna be mostly funny. I didn't know it was rated R either. Until you said it. I thought it was PG-13.
You were cool with that? You ain't got no kids, but you would let your kid just watch some shit like, oh, this seems good.
No.
This is Nick Jr. right here.
Especially, I mean, she took like a vape hit in the trailer. Anything with that somebody's taking a vape, I don't think my kid should be watching that.
All right, okay, so Manny, your first impression.
I just thought, again, it was another A24 movie, so I kind of expected to be some gore in there, some type of gore. So I kind of expected that when I initially saw it, but the comedy aspect kind of worked with the whole, storyline of the horror.
Okay, so horror, all right. You guys kind of like gore and horror and stuff like that with an anime or real life. So with that being said, Manny, what's your highs and lows on this?
My highs, it's so. No. I enjoy this film.
He's like, wait.
So my high was basically the whole story, right? The whole quirkiness of all the characters from the beginning to basically the end of the movie. Even it's like you want to hate some of the villains, but you don't, because some of the dumb stuff they're doing, like snorting the unicorn. They're like. So the unicorn horn, they're like scraping it and storing that stuff like cocaine and
unicorn dust.
Yeah, unicorn dust. So
yeah, I see why it's rated.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, stuff like that. Right. And in the gore aspect of it, like a guy getting smashed by the horse hoof and just splattering on the screen. And the butler, it's just how they treat him just to make him.
He was my favorite.
Yeah. So Will Poulter, his character alone was just funny, just like the snobby rich kid, and Jenna Ortega, her dynamic with what's his name, Paul Rudd. They were very well together. That whole dynamic aspect, that was some of my high. But overall, it's just every quirkiness of every character, because like they're actually evil people, but it's like every decision they make is like they try to twist somebody's word. So you tell them, no, this is not what you're supposed to do, and they'll twist it like in a way to make you feel like no, it's for the greater good, but they're just trying to make more money off of you, something like that. Uh, some of the lows is I didn't have much low as far as this film go, but I would say I wish they would have dive more. They did dive into the like unicorn lore a bit, but I wish they would have just dived a bit more into it as far as like where, because there was like certain scene they would go into this like psychedelic dream state. I just wish they would have dived more into what they're seeing and stuff like the unicorn lore and whatever. But I didn't really have much low as far as the film goes.
Okay. All right. What about you, Mayte? What you ups and downs, highs and lows?
I kind of agree. Excuse me. I mean, they were all highs. I didn't really have any lows. It was funny. It was gory. The characters, like, they hit their marks. Like, you want to hate them, but it's funny, so you can't hate them. And then even like with the powers from the unicorn and just like the connections with the unicorn, like, and like, even the emotional. I think I did cry. I'm pretty sure I cried at the end. So, um,
Yeah.
it was it because of like the connection that she, the with the unicorns and like the meaning behind it. I guess it just is more like a full circle moment for the main character. Um, I really enjoyed the movie. So it was mostly highs. I think I agree with Manny on the lows. Like I feel like there were certain things like I wish they kind of dug a little bit more into. Because there's an element of like a loved one that passed away that they kept mentioning throughout the movie. But it was still like the somewhat of a connection with the unicorns, but it was like what really is the connection with the unicorn and for me. So that really wasn't fully 100% clear. So that was really my only low with that, and more of like the psychedelic part of it. But I feel like it's just more of the bond, like the pure-hearted bond, probably. Like I feel like it's not just about. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'll just leave it there.
Okay. All right. Then there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, what she's saying is it is time to rate this motherfucker. Okay. So unicorns are supposed to be magical, and you can rate this unicorn from 0 to 5, and just 10 cents a day can feed a unicorn. Here we
Or
rate
save them.
stuff from 5 to 0. Put in the comments, what do you rate this movie? Put in the comments what you rate. I'm not even going to say it. We're going to get canceled. Point blank, it is time to rate this. But before we rate this, okay, hit the subscribe button. If I didn't scare you off already, hit the subscribe button, like, follow, comment, and all that other stuff. Whether you agree with Mayte or some of the controversial stuff that Manny has said throughout his time here at the Critics Collective. Okay, with that being said, as Manny's thinking what number he's going to give this unicorn movie, Mayte, what do you rate it?
I give this a 5.
Whoa, 5.
I really liked
5.
it.
Damn. That's not bad. I haven't seen it. I want to see it. It's on my list. 5. Okay. Okay. Manny, what you got? 5. Manny's fighting like.
No. You said off. I was gonna say awful stuff, but I was gonna say, thinking about it, I probably would have done some of the things these people were doing in the movie. I probably would have been if I found out.
Unicorn crack. Unicorn crack. I got you.
Right.
If I found out it could do what it's doing in the movie, I was like, you know what? For a couple million, who cares? A couple people die. I'm still a million up,
First it was the last movie, now it's this one.
I'm just Manny on these movies. We've done about 4 or 5. Manny is on a tear. It used to be, if you've been here since day one, Movie Lingo, check the Legacy Lingo channel we have. There's a lot of old stuff. I mean, we've been doing this for over 10 years. Manny used to be a Hallmark moment. That's what Manny was. Not this Manny. This Manny's like, fuck these kids. All this other. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
The prices shit is high. If I find out unicorn blood is magical, it heals shit. I'll charge somebody's grandma a couple $100,000 for it.
Damn. And you know it's crazy because the dude is a CEO pharmaceutical person, and Manny's sitting there saying, "You know what? I do the same thing. Who needs insulin?"
Eh,
I mean, when you see what it could do, I mean,
yeah. Imagine, how many crackhead would pull up for that unicorn dust? But I give
but
it
It
like,
is
a
wild.
would it really be crackheads afterwards though? Because he saw what it was doing to him.
Yeah, but he went back
Nope.
for more.
See,
He went back for
see,
more.
nope. Y'all about to fucking spoil it. Y'all about to spoil it. Listen, you could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to be here and watch us talk about the death of a unicorn, or maybe the death
Wait,
of
did he
Manny's.
rate it?
Yeah,
Oh,
I give
you
it a
didn't?
5. I give it a
Yeah,
5.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
You
was
scared me
like,
because I thought you were about to say
didn't
you didn't rate it. I'm like, am I on unicorn dust?
rate it.
I don't know what the fuck we talking about. All right, well, I hope everybody passes drug tests and nothing unicorn shows up on anybody's stuff. Listen, you could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to be here as we review this movie, and follow and like, subscribe. We appreciate that. Until next time, click out.